All right, guys, what is up? We are back for the
Final.
8th and final round of the Pro Play Tour here in beautiful Atlantic City, New Jersey. New Jersey.
Yeah. So we picked a doozy of a match for you guys. This is table 3.
We did. I think it's kind of eerie. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is kind of eerie. Like, everyone's left.
Yeah, it's
like,
it's quiet.
Like, Rios going on. Like, most of the players have left, and it's like,
Yeah.
I feel like it's quiet. This is like the samurai
actually-
battle in the back of the this like forbidden forest.
So we have Justin Rios playing Movie Broly on the left, and then we have Brendan Ackerson, top 16 Nationals player, playing what I was assured is the spiciest Shenron deck in the room, according to the judge that deck checked him. So we'll see if that holds true.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I like what Third Thu says. He says, I like how set 6 has a bunch of two weird leaders in the form of Red Frieza and Black Childhood Goku. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about that quite a bit today, actually. We like these decks that are different, unique.
Unique. Pushing the boundaries of the game.
Well, I tell you what, after seeing Justin Rios here, by the way, guys, Justin Rios on the left playing Yellow Broly. Justin Rios, obviously, great player, has been on fire recently. He's done, usually gets at least top 3 at, I think the last 4 events he played in or something ridiculous. Just a great player, very consistent. And then Brendan Ackerson on the right. I've heard that name before, but
I just said top 16 Nationals.
Yeah. That's okay, so
So it's like
Pat spoiled it for you, but he was top 16 Nationals.
it's like a juggernaut, man.
Yeah, he is. Very good player.
Battle of the juggernauts right now.
Yeah, great player. Obviously. So two great players here.
Ooh, Master Roshi. Oh. Have to be a little bit quieter this.
Yes, I'm saying we're trying to be a little quiet because there's literally no sound barrier between us and the players, and I still think it's possible they don't hear us, but I also think it's possible that they could, especially when we get excited. So we're trying to stay calm. We're trying to stay.
Yeah, a little bit more reserved because you guys don't understand. There's still like a good 50, 60 people in this room.
But on the other end of the room, they're not like.
If somebody dropped a pin, we would hear it.
Yeah, and honestly, one of these players we're watching might attack it. That's how deadly they are right now. Okay, getting a cold blast off that, pretty good. Oh, one thing we talked about that new desire card.
Mm-hmm.
It's both players choose 15,000 or more. So we thought the one player choose 15,000 or less, and the other player chose. It's not. It's because Steve Welcher in chat said if it was 15,000 or less, you could just choose your opponent's Bardox and kill them. And I was like, oh my god, that's all. And it's like, but it's 15,000 or more.
Sideboard card.
Yeah. Could you imagine, dude?
Double objection. And then just go for it. Right
Yeah, just go for it, dude. Lose 2 life. Which sleeves are sweet? I'm guessing you're thinking that the Goku ones. Not that I don't think that you might be talking about just the solid red ones that have no characteristics at all. But if you're talking about the Goku ones, those are actually Ultra Pro sleeves. Mm-hmm. They are Ultra Pro Kid Goku sleeves. You can get those here at the Pro Play Tour, obviously, but also probably at your local shop as well if they carry Ultra Pro products.
UltraPro.com as
well. Yeah, obviously. Yeah. Also, if you go to the maker's website, you can get them there as well.
I believe Brendan's using Dragon Shields.
Yeah, now if you like the just solid red sleeves, not that there's anything wrong with those. Those do look like Dragon Shield matte sleeves.
Yeah. It's actually my personal preference is those sleeves in that color.
S. Slater says, nope, talking about the red ones. Okay, now you're trolling me. But yeah, those are
yeah. The thing I do like about the Kid Goku sleeves, because I don't usually like to use standard art sleeves unless they're double sleeved, because they tear.
They do.
I actually use those Goku sleeves on some of my decks because they're the new, like they're, I forget exactly what the name is. They're like the Eclipse sleeves. They're like their new chroma skin technology or whatever.
Uh-huh.
It's so they're basically these. If you use Eclipse sleeves, think of them like the Eclipse sleeves, but they have like a glossier back. They don't split. Like no matter how many times I riffle them, I can't get them to split. So.
Well, that's awesome, dude.
Yeah, they're much better than the average art sleeves. Like the Ultra Pro sleeves, the art sleeves of the past don't hold a candle to these things. These are great. As evidenced by the fact that Justin's, he just went through a whole tournament with them. They look great still.
Right. Okay, so Slater, Jeff M 508. Good question. Can the sleeves be see-through? I don't know how to answer that question. I don't know. So what I always do whenever I go to when I go to tournaments, I'm really paranoid because actually the first Magic event I played in, a guy rule sharked me because of my sleeves, and I'm pretty sure he did it on purpose. I had these sleeves because I thought it was cool that I was playing like a blue deck, so I had the blue sleeves, like the blue symbol sleeves.
Yeah.
And whenever he cut my deck, I think he cut like some cards the opposite way.
Yeah.
And then when I went to draw one, it was upside down, and he called a judge and got me for like how my cards were marked because if one of the graphic sleeves are upside down, that means I could know which one I put upside down or whatever. And so since that, I've never ever ran graphic sleeves. I refuse to. And then I've seen some of my friends get in trouble for their sleeves being see-through as well in other card games, not this game.
That's why I stopped using back in set 3. Anybody remembers me on stream in set 3? I used art sleeves all the time. I've since stopped doing it because of the stigma.
Right,
can be associated.
Right, exactly. So I use clear. I use like a colored sleeves, like the red, and then I also use inner sleeves. Mm-hmm. So that way, even if you can't see through them, that still gives you another layer of protection. And I like the Eclipse sleeves just because like they have that as well. And then the new Ultimate Guard Katana sleeves are actually sick as heck too.
I'll be
reviewing
really
those
to see those. Like I actually have not gotten to using it. I'm really excited.
Yeah. Ultimate Guard is sending me two packs of every color and 2 of the backpacks to review on the stream.
Justin's board is just huge.
Oh yeah, look at this board. I mean, it's insane. Again, guys, we're trying not to talk too much about the match because we're pretty sure the players could hear us. So we're trying to be kind of subtle with our talking. So sorry, we're not super in depth in the matches like we normally are. It's just safer to be kind of.
We don't want to mess up the integrity of the
match.
Right.
Absolutely not. That's definitely the most important thing. Yeah, I don't think they allow see-through sleeves either. But like I said, I'm not the head judge, and that's a question for the head judge. If you ever have any questions about your sleeves, the best thing you can do is walk up to the head judge or a judge at the event that you're playing and just be like, "Hey, here's the sleeves I tend to use. Are they okay?" And they'll tell you right there. I mean, that's part of their job. They'll tell you like, "No, you need to get different sleeves," or like, "Oh no, those are fine." Same thing with like tokens or any other accessories that you guys have questions about. Always just ask the judge.
Okay, so first Bardock blocked.
Yeah, well, like we talked about before, he can actually untap one of these Bardocks and attack again, which is actually pretty absurd. Mm-hmm. Okay, combo through.
Yeah, Brendan just content to just block it.
Right.
Most likely world peace fodder for later.
It looks like Justin's just playing like Broly apes. It actually looks pretty sick. Because he can untap one of these apes, attack again if he wants. Then he untaps both of them when he has 3 blockers. Or he can even attack with untap the goats and attack again just to draw like another card.
He still has all of his energy. He didn't play anything. He was just content to just sit there.
That tells me he has some powerful extra cards in hand. That's what that tells me. Also, he has the 3-drop Bardock in hand too, which is another really powerful card if you can ready it and attack again.
Weiss Resting Attendant in Brendan's.
Oh, I haven't seen that card in a year.
This actually is a fun tangent here.
Actually, what's actually pretty cool is he has 4 energy right now, and 3 of the cards in the energy are from set 1. That's actually pretty cool.
So Jamal, I know, has been experimenting with Weiss Resting Attendant and his Shenron builds. I haven't actually put too much time into it myself, but I think it's that in tandem with Objection lets you really ramp up. Ooh, Parunga from Brendan. Cold Bloodlust.
Cold Bloodlust, there it is. Like I said, Brendan should have, if your opponent goes to his turn and doesn't play anything, it's safe to assume that he probably has an extra card or 2 in his hand, I would imagine.
Does he have a second Parunga?
Ooh. Frieza. Or Vegeta. So he can't KO anything yet with the ability. He's only at 4 energy. Justin does have 3 blockers for this attack, though.
So I think you go with the Goten here.
Good block here. Mm-hmm. Ooh, another really smart play by Brendan, actually attacking with the Parunga, because now that's Cold Bloodlust, so it can attack.
It can attack, yeah.
Oh, and there's the Master Roshi.
I actually really like that. That's a really nice play.
Yeah, both players having great lines of play that game.
Okay, so Justin going up to 4 here, potentially. Power Charge Bar. That's a card I really expected to see more play, but never actually really caught on.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's just the way the format kind of shaped up, and I think that's actually a good point. I think those 3 drops that like when they draw, you can either like or when they attack, you can draw or do double strike. There's like one in almost every color now.
Yeah, the Shigesh, Clash of Fates.
Yep.
That's a common.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like how we went from like exclusive promo to like starter deck. Now we're all the way down to common.
Right. I think it's important to realize that those cards probably get better if this format slows down a little bit. There's a lot of value in those cards.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I'm not really sure that Justin's deck is a Storm deck, guys. I think this is just a
March of the Great Apes.
yeah. This reminds me of a lot of like a new version of Apes.
It is a little bit like the Storm deck, but he has a couple of choice cards in there that are make it a little bit different. Like I would say it's like 80% Storm.
Yeah. I think it has the Bardock Goten engine, and obviously, but we haven't seen Sensu Bean yet. We haven't even seen the Blue Energy Charge.
Okay. Yeah. I think if you're Justin, you can't let Porunga sit on board. You either kill him or get it off the board.
Okay.
He wipes away all your hard work. He leaves you just Master Roshi.
I agree.
Prioritizes the Vegeta.
No, I think he did tap. I think he did tap the Porunga. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong though.
I thought it was the Shenron because of the dice representing the sense.
Well, actually, it might be actually. Justin has Mira in hand. He might just play Mira and attack into the Porunga, just to kill it.
He's trying to get the Vegeta off the board right now because the Vegeta represents lethal. I don't know if Justin has a negate in his hand.
Man, but he does have 2 blockers.
Planet.
For a super combo. Sick.
I haven't seen Shigesh from him, so I don't know if he plays it.
Yeah, he might not, actually.
Takes a life.
Right, ready's an 8. Ooh, a second Mira.
Can't really tell how many cards are in Brendan's hand. So we're at 30k double strike now, right?
Mm-hmm. This looks like this was at the leader.
This looks like this is for the leader, yeah. Going to 40? Just has to obviously be very careful here. Doesn't have the bad ring in hand. Don't want to try to bait yourself into a corner.
You can get wrecked by the bad ring.
So if Brendan has a negate and he all-ins for the Mira line, may not work out so well.
Okay, he is taking it. He does have Mira plus Double Striker in hand.
Mm-hmm.
Double Kai or whatever.
Doesn't have access to bad ring though. So this is all just, do you have the negate?
All right. He doesn't. No, this says no negate. Justin sneaking it in there, man. Oh gosh, Mira just.
110.
Oh yeah, it was.
110 double strike.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, jeez.
I feel like
Well,
Ultimate Fusion Gogeta is the #1 card charged turn 1 in this tournament.
Right. I agree. I agree with that. IB Cloak. The problem is that if we play like copyrighted music, it will mute the stream for X amount of time, and if you do it enough, it'll like over mute it, right? So it'll mute it like forever how long the song is plus extra time. I don't know if it's like a penalty or they just do it like to be safe or whatever. And so like whenever we're like commentating, right, and we don't want to like play copyrighted music and then they mute like our commentary or something because someone's trying to watch like the past broadcast, then they might not be able to hear the commentary, which is really important. And then if any of that like that music makes it over to YouTube when we post these videos on YouTube, like you can get copyright strikes for your channel and it like hurts you in a bunch of different ways. And so that's why we always try to use
royalty-free music.
yeah, royalty-free music if when possible. Oh, thank you so much. I love your content too, Frozen Freedom. No, but seriously, thank you so much. It really means a lot, guys. I've been working really, really hard. Still got so many projects that I can't even talk about yet, but we're still working really hard. The Fight Night series was a huge success because of you guys. This Pro Play Tour has been an amazing success because of you guys. So I really appreciate you guys. Make it easy to work hard for it because you guys are just such an amazing community to be a part of. I think that's something that Pat can agree with too. I mean, it's like, actually me and Richie were talking about it on our way here from the hotel this morning. We're talking about how we started playing this game, we liked the game, we started making content, it was really fun, but then once we started talking to the community, it just made it like so much more worth it, you know what I mean? Just got into this game last night. Well, that's awesome, man. Welcome. Who won game one? Justin Rios won game one, guys. Remember, you can always tell because of the little plus sign. What happened to Peter? He lost the stream match, but I think he's still playing.
He's still up there.
Peter
is very high. I think Peter, I believe, is at table 4.
Yeah.
Table 4 or 5.
Yeah, he's right there. Yeah, I see him.
He's very. Like I said, actually no, it's probably a little bit. It's probably like closer to 7.
Yeah, I mean, which I think we're doing top 32, right?
Yeah, it's like he's still on the hunt.
Yeah, so he's fine. Yeah.
There, like I said, almost every player you guys have seen on stream today, except for maybe like one of the earlier rounds, they're almost all at the top tables.
Yeah.
Eon Hill still in the running. Eric Hill, Peter Catani, Joey Palladino, obviously. Tim still in the hunt.
Let's see what Brendan's going to play here. Objection with the blue energy. Here we go.
So Chris Sock also still doing very well at this event, so he could also make it in.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, a lot of good players.
Mm-hmm.
PBG DBS says, how do you guys think Universe 7 Victory Strike will fare after the ban of Storm in Cell Chain?
Very good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think it is one of the best. I honestly, I think it could be, or it might actually be a top tier deck now. It's just that it's so cost prohibitive that
that's what I said. Yeah.
So few people can actually can play it. And the thing is,
I
on
agree,
top
100%.
of that, because it was from a limited one print run set.
Yep.
And it requires a ton of expensive cards. Like when you really think about it, the U7 Victory Strike deck is the one deck you can trick out the most. You can get autographed cards. You can get SPRs, SRs, foils. You have a $300 card in there.
Yep.
Like a fully tricked out all foil U7 deck, easily $1,000.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. This is one thing that I would really like to see this game if it sticks with. Well, I don't want to say stick with because they've never announced it, but it seems like they're going to do the ban limited, everything is legal all the time type of thing. If they do that, I would like to see them make a core set every year, where they just put a bunch of staple
Victory
cards.
Strike into.
Yeah,
I know it's gonna,
put
I know
Victory
it's
Strike,
people,
put Sensu Beam, put Objection,
I know
put
it's gonna
Cell
make
Chain,
people,
put the cards in there
Yeah.
that we need, for new players.
Yeah,
put Planet Vegetas, put the Apes, just put all the cards in there that we all play.
A lot of people would be pretty upset about that, but you've had the health and balance of the game comes first.
Absolutely, and that's why I hate when people say oh, I just got my tournament promo Trunks and they banned it, or they put down the one. That's so stupid. It's I would much rather, and I know it's I think that's cool that they did that. I think it's cool that they said, you know what, we did make this a tournament promo, we did make this a judge promo, but you know what, like you said, the balance comes first.
Yeah.
And we messed up, we'll admit we messed up, we'll fix it, sorry. You know what I mean? I think to me, that's way more integrity than being oh, we can't change it because we made it the tournament promo.
Victory Strike is such a powerful effect. Mm-hmm. It's so ridiculously powerful. And it's good too. It's competitive.
Oh, yeah.
Whenever you have something that's competitively viable, you know, you have to have like some new influx of cards.
I agree.
Otherwise, it's just, you know, if it ends up being the dominant strategy, then it's just a game of pay to win.
Yep.
And you don't ever want that. You want your game to be accessible to as many people as possible. Justin is just keeping that one energy open for Bloodlust all day.
Bloodlust, buddy, it's back.
I missed it. This is my favorite card in set one.
When I tried to spread my cards like that, they fly across the room. Me too, buddy.
Yeah.
I actually tried it once. I did it and like nothing happened. Like they just stayed together.
Yeah.
I don't know if I was weak or whatever. Like I don't know if the play mat like gripped them too much or whatever. I was like, and like they just stayed together. They just kind of shifted a
It
little
always
bit.
amazes me some of the stuff that people do. I'm just
yeah.
they're just like they do all these fancy shuffles, and it's like they do just like riffle it between two hands. It's just kind of like a deck, like a magician handles a deck of cards. And
Yeah.
Wow.
I try to shuffle. I drop them everywhere. Like
I'm just like, yeah, I pile shuffle because I actually don't know what I'm doing. I'm not coordinated now. All right, so there's the Purunga again, and it gets bloodlusted.
yeah, we saw that happen last game.
Mm-hmm.
This is a very familiar situation for Brendan right here. This literally was exactly what happened last game. He had double strike up with the ability to. He can swing double strike 3 times right now. No Mira in hand, but
Oh boy. Guess he's gathering information. Would have thought you would want to go with the Bardock first. And he is sitting up there, and I'm here, so he knows what he's doing. He's the man. Justin Rios, obviously no stranger to top tables, pretty much in any game.
absolutely not. Yeah, it comes from Magic. Obviously wasn't very good in that game as well. Actually taught by a guy named Ben Stark. I forget who that guy is.
Yes.
Yeah, but he taught Jason how to play, Justin how to play card games. So yeah, you can tell by his play. He always plays very efficiently. Always makes the most optimal line of play usually. Knows when to take chances. Like that last game. I mean, I never would have tried to kill him that turn. I would have just, like you said, I would have cleaned up the board. I would have killed the Purunga, and I like I said, I probably wouldn't even use my Mira to kill the Purunga. Just try to with attrition, just be like, okay, eventually you'll run out of cards. And Justin doesn't do that, man. He just goes, you know what? I think I can kill you now. I can.
Taking his time, surveys the board, trying to figure out exactly what card he wants to search for. I'm actually curious, what's the rule about that in Dragon Ball Super? Because they always tell you to search as efficiently and quickly as possible.
Yeah, at the beginning they said you have to take the first copy of whatever you say you're going to get or whatever. And then Bulma used to say, search your deck for a Whis. And then what happened was they printed another Whis that was four cost that was in that perimeter to search for. And so what was happening was it didn't make any sense. Like if I want to go get the 4-drop Whis that puts an energy, and then the first one I find is the blocker Whis, I shouldn't be forced to get that one, right? And so they changed the rule to you have a minute to search.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
All right. So that's why I was curious.
Yep.
Because he was, I know in other games you can spend.
Like Pokemon is really atrocious for that. Like they'll like look at their deck and they'll go through their deck like 6 or 7 times and know exactly what they'll map out their prizes or whatever. They know what every card's in there.
Yeah. Striving to be the best goes down as energy. I'd really like to see Ultimate Fusion come out here. For as often as it's played as energy, this is the time.
Right.
Makes you wonder if that's bait. Trying to bait the Bloodlust before the free.
Right. One thing I like that Justin did here is Justin does have the Bloodlust. And he chose not to bloodlust.
Yeah, as I said, that's bait.
Right.
I actually like this is going to force Justin to spend some actual cards.
You think so? He does have the bloodlust for this 5-drop if he would happen to Child's Wish it into play after this combo. Which looks like this might be the play for Brendan.
Okay, yeah, I assume it's going to be a for free. I think...
I said Child's Wish, but you know what I meant.
Well, actually, I don't know if he does. I don't know if he has the bloodlust. Look at his hand now.
Isn't the last card in his hand down there left? Maybe
No,
not,
it's
actually.
Master Roshi.
Oh. Well, well, well.
Master Roshi coming out from Justin. I actually like that quite a bit from Brendan.
Draw us a cold bloodlust. Isn't that so fun? That's my favorite, dude. Every time you get blown out and then you're like, man, I wish I had a cold bloodlust. You draw it and you're like, I didn't mean, right, okay, thank you.
It's so frustrating, like looking at Justin's hand, because the Dragon Ball Tour Goku super combo and then also the 2-drop Videl have very similar like backgrounds. It's like almost the same background. You're like, come on, and then the same drop. So you're like, which one is it? When he's fanning around, trying to figure out what card he's gonna say.
Ooh, draws Roshi. That's a good draw.
Quite a lot of defense. Is super? Sorry, Super 17? Was that Super 17? I think if you're Justin, you want to go Goten here to try and find an overall card.
Okay.
Gets Grandpa.
Yeah, took Grandpa. Alright, so here's the combo with Roshi.
Cronoa from Brendan.
Yeah, he didn't see Shigesh, but it looks like he sideboarded it just in case.
Just in the off chance that he didn't.
I mean, obviously...
Better safe than sorry.
Right.
Always.
I mean, obviously, Broly is a leader that we know has played Shigesh, so...
Justin has a pretty sizable grip, but not a lot of options with it.
I agree. It's very linear. You could play Grandpa Gohan into Videl.
I don't really like that line that much, because I want to play Cold Bloodlust and Master Roshi. I like that a lot. Was that a Dende?
I think he took a life to ready his leader, it looks like. Okay, so that looks like he's just trying to draw into something here.
He's just trying to find action. Broly leader, not once per turn on drawing.
Yeah. Which is super cool.
Brendan with the super combo. And he is just digging. Dig. Trying to find something. This is a pretty good turn for Brendan to try to close it out.
Yeah, he does have multiple, like, double striker cards here.
He still has the Shenron ult.
Yeah,
also.
that's what's frustrating. That's probably what's going to end the game here is the Shenron ult on Gogeta.
Vegeta's technically harder to block. I didn't net you 2 cards. Tries to bait out the Bloodlust.
Gets it.
So he does Bloodlust.
Pretty cool play by Brendan. He brought out the Konoha because it has deflect, so it
Yes,
can't be
it can.
cold ballisted, so he still draws a card.
I mean, technically, you can play Bloodlust in response to deflect. It just doesn't do
It says
anything.
anything. Huh? Wait, is it? What's it about? Go ahead, draw out. Yeah. Okay, so there is a Justin is appealing to the head judge.
Yes.
And says that he thinks that Konoha should be blank when it comes to play.
Uh-oh. There's one issue with this, and I just catched it. Something that Brandon did that I don't think he realized he did there. He shuffled a couple cards in his hand, but he's already taken the card from Konoha.
Yeah.
So based on the head judge's appeal,
Yeah.
you can no longer verify what card he drew off.
Right, but it's never. It's one important thing to remember is it's never a game loss to draw an extra card in this. And I'm gonna say it's never, but rarely is it. It's usually like a multi-fraction type thing.
It's
right?
usually.
But what will happen is Justin will look at his hand and
take-
choose a card, which
choose
is
a card.
brutal in this game.
Yes.
Yeah, guys, we were aware. We talked about that. I even commented about how I thought that was a good choice by Brendan. So I don't know. But I'm not a judge, guy. I'm not a level 2 judge. Oh, me. Little level 1 judge. All right, guys. Well, we have a little bit of a lull period here. If you guys don't mind, why don't you guys go check out the Pro Play Tour that's hanging out in Atlanta, Georgia, February 16th through the 17th. It's going to be awesome, guys. Go check it out. You can pre-register now for both the single event and team event, guys. It's definitely worth it. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be better than this one. I'm lost what happened. Essentially what happened was Brendan used the World Peace, thank you. Always get that and Charles Wish mixed up. Thank you, World Peace. Justin, in response, Kobalasset, which now you have to do blindly.
Yeah, you do the cell chain changes
Right.
back in Union Force.
Right, and so that means the card he chooses comes in blanked. So he went and chose Konoha, which has deflect, which means it can't be,
Negated.
targeted or chosen.
You can still play Cold Blast in response to it, but deflect says that its skills can't be negated.
Yeah, so right now we're just getting. So he said he was like, hey, I don't think he gets to draw. The table judge said he does get a draw, and so now it was appealed to the head judge. So that's what we're doing now. We're letting the head judge go do it. Yeah, well, let's pop up a Kobalas card, a card that has deflect. Sorry, guys. Here.
Cronulla, yeah.
Yeah, Cronulla. Let's take a look at it here.
Pick up Cronulla. Cronulla, I believe, is from Colossal Warfare. Series 4 Colossal Warfare.
Does it just say Colossal Warfare? There you go.
Series
Yeah.
4 booster. Colossal Warfare. Cards.
I think the black cards and in the back. This card isn't affected by counterplay skills. I mean, obviously this isn't the same card, but
Deflect. This card isn't affected by counterplay skills.
yeah. So it doesn't say like you can't play counterplay cards on this card or anything like that. It just says it's not affected by it. So.
Let's try and find Carnalis Bacilli just to see if it has the reminder text.
Oh, okay.
Be up.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Up that we just 6.
Well, you guys, get this card.
There it is. Deflect. This card isn't affected by counterplay skills. It's very clear on the card.
Yeah, it's on there. So the minor text is there on the card. So we'll see. I mean, we'll see what the what happens here. The head judge is at the table now.
All right, so looks like play is going to resume.
Yeah,
Based on the fact
see
that,
if we can
Bren-
get the ruling. I'm imagining.
I'm assuming since Brendan did not have to reveal his hand, that it's
I mean, how is it ruled? Then he still draws a card. That's
So, similar to sound, it's not the same. You have 2 windows that you can play the card. So I play World Peace, so there's a counter window. So you can play it there before knowing what I'm going to go get. Same way when I sell, before you can see what I can go follow.
right. Huh?
Then after the card comes into play, so let's say I pick a vanilla 15K with an ability, you can counter it there. So you can connect those 2 windows. 1, I play World Peace blind, and then 2, I see like this. When that card comes into play, as it's coming into play, counter it. However, in the case of Gogeta, or in this case,
Cronoa.
Noah has deflect, therefore it cannot be can't mess with it upon entry. So therefore, since he played it blind, it kind of fizzles, and then the effect happens. Vegeta.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what we thought. We just want to make sure, clarify with the
Thank
head
you.
judge. Yep, and it looks like that was a completely legal play. So
Wow, is that Dragon Fist?
yeah, where?
The combo card. That is a 6
Oh, it
drop.
is? Yes, it
that
is
is a Dragon Fist.
Yes, that's Dragon Fist.
So he has Super 17 and Dragon Fist in his deck.
Dragon Fist is such a cool card. One of my favorite cards, actually.
All right, so this deck actually is that spicy.
It is very spicy.
I was assured by one of the judges that deck checked in that it is the spiciest Shenron deck in the room. And he had to go
Ooh.
through all of the deck lists to prove this.
So 25, 35, 40, 50?
That's what it's looking like. 30, 40, 50, 55. Justin needs to be 60. And then he still has to block the Vegeta afterwards. 3 times.
Did he give it 10K yet?
Wow. Is he actually going to block this? Looks like it. Justin tapped out. He's verifying how many cards are in his hand. Effective Vegeta.
Jeez.
Here we go. We're forming Voltron.
All right, and there's game.
Okay. Game 3. Game 3 indeed, Pat.
Yeah, we'll be bringing you day 2 tomorrow and Team Wars tomorrow.
Team Wars.
Yeah, so day 2 plus Team Wars tomorrow.
It's going to be sweet. my favorite thing is that I saw that for Team Wars, teams get to have a name. And I'm staying with the Shenron guys, so I'm going to demand that they let me pick the name. Because I am notorious for picking long, obnoxious names.
Okay. That's fair. Oh, we have some special stuff up our sleeve for Team Wars, guys.
That said, Marcus will probably hit me up afterwards and be like, it's Shenron Slayer.
Okay. Always reminds me of Rammus from League of Legends.
Yeah, okay.
The okay. That's like
Okay.
okay.
All right, somebody also we need to pull somebody aside from Bandai's design team. It's not okay to use Comic Sans on premium quality cards. It's not okay.
There are other fonts. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, there are other fonts.
Comic Sans. Holy crap. I remember when I thought Comic Sans looked awesome when I was in like middle school. You know, I thought it was like the coolest thing.
You go to any design class and it's like rule number 1: never use Comic Sans.
Purchasable PPG DBS. Are we going to be able to see every game or just 1 out of 3? This event 1 out of 3. Next event 3 out of 3. But we have everything set up so you can see all 3 events. We're just testing it just one game this time, just to see how the flow works, make sure the overlays work. I mean, the overlays look sick, guys. And then if everything works out good, then we're gonna, obviously just improve it up to 3. But we'll be keeping track of all 3 matches at the same time, though. Yes. So we'll let you guys know, like, hey, if it's Pat, me, and Blake versus another team, we'll let you. We might be only watching Pat's game, but if I would win a game, which is very not common, then it would pop up and it would tell you like, oh look, Dusty just won his game. You know what I mean? And then so we'll keep that up. But in future, you'll be able to see all 3. Like we'll be able to switch between the actual games.
I hate you, by the way. I can't unsee the Rammus now. He's got the
okay. Okay, even looks like Rammus kind of.
Yeah, with the horns and everything.
Okay.
The spikes.
Okay. What time is tomorrow's stream at? Guys, I'm not 100% sure, to be honest with you. I think, I don't know. I'm not even going to say it.
No later than 11. I remember George distinctly saying that something starts at 11. Brendan, I think you want to charge a blue here. At least have sense of being live, or at least suggest you have being live.
Yeah, Dusty wins games. Not often.
Very surprised. Striving to be the most expensive card that has come out this week hasn't actually been used in this match. Son Goku.
Oh, yeah. Teams is tomorrow after Top Cut.
Me and my mouth. There we go.
There it is. But to be fair, something to remember is that the way we set it up is that if you're a member of one of the teams in the Team Wars and you have to play Top Cut, because I think we're going to try to start it, maybe top 4, maybe the finals. Mm-hmm. But if one of your players is still playing in the main event, like in Top Cut, then your team gets a bye, which is super, super cool.
Brendan still has a lot of life for how awakened for being awakened right now. That's a lot. Really smart there. I actually appreciate the way that Justin Rios has rearranged his life.
I was just about to say that. I'm actually super happy you just said that.
I appreciate this. It's the little things. Man. Brendan only has 2 battle cards, but that's like a...
Those battle cards are good.
Yeah, it's a pretty big... it shuts down a large chunk of Justin's deck.
Yeah, it's 3 players for team events tomorrow, guys. An A player, B player, and C player.
Wow. Justin has triple Mira in his hand.
Not too bad.
Seems like a pretty good pickup. Already had Grandpa and get a Goten.
Yeah, but he's not able to attack with the Goten because of the Goku. I wonder what his plan is to get rid of it. Well, that combo tells me he doesn't have very many ways to get rid of it.
Yeah, that's true. Really, we were talking about it a lot, about the Frieza one-drop biding his time. A couple players here obviously were using it. I'm actually surprised it wasn't, more prevalent.
Yeah, me
in
too.
The maidens and sides. Respect that.
Let me check chat here. It says PPG DBS can Goten Family of Justice pull up that Goku. No, it has barrier.
Yeah. Goes up to 25. This forces Brendan to spend 2 cards here if he wants to block it.
Right.
Just that 3 life here, like a mouse.
Goes to 4.
Ooh, Brennan does go to 4.
Attention, Dragon Ball players, it is time in the round. You are now in overtime. You have 10 minutes.
He's still contemplating between so does decide to go to 2 life.
Mira.
That's a Mira.
Has Justin used his untap this turn?
Yes. Use it on Bardock.
Okay.
Justin trying to decide whether or not to combo with the other ape in his hand to establish a 2 blocker
Ooh.
setup. Just keeps it as a single strike.
He did draw a 3-drop Bardock, which is a double striker, which is really good. I think if Justin can survive this turn, he's actually not in a bad spot.
I agree with you.
Having Mira and that many double strikers on field.
The thing that's really awkward for Brendan here is that turn 3 energy for Shenron is kind of an awkward turn. There's not really a lot.
Right.
There's not really a lot of action, and then like he could objection here, but I don't know if he knows or has seen Dende yet. He's unaware of it. I think it's smart of him to charge the objection there.
Yeah, I think one thing he could do here, Justin could do next turn since he has another mirror in hand, is he could actually just like Mira and then untap the Mira and then attack again with it, which it gets the buffs again, and then give it double strike. You know.
Ooh. The objections. Doesn't know that Justin has double Dende in his hand.
Right.
That's rough. I believe in another game they call that "you've activated my trap card."
That's magic, right?
Yeah. Actually, I was pretty sure it was Vanguard. Weiss Schwartz.
Yes, it does. No, actually, it doesn't. Silent K18, it doesn't. So it does not go off. It says, does the one-drop Mass Saiyan Vegeta card effect go off when the Bardock Ape card combos when it comes into play? It doesn't, because that Vegeta only works on 15,000 or less cards, right? The one-drop. Yeah. So like.
This is actually kind of bad. Like I said, he doesn't know that the Dende's there. You can choose any, so you can just choose the one that's in active mode.
Right. Yep.
And then all you have to do is just send Bardock in. If he gets it, you just go in with Mira.
Yeah.
That's rough. Oh, I'm sorry. He has 2 in active mode. Never mind. We're good.
Well, yeah, but you can play.
That's how you know
how much
that
does it
that's
cost?
that fatigue setting in.
But no. But how much? No. How much does it cost to do that?
1 and then 2 to activate it. So,
Right, so you could
plus
play.
3 in it.
Yeah. So he could do it, right?
He could do it.
He could play it out, kill one, and then use his Broly ability to untap one, blow up the other one, and then he has no energy, and then you could just tap once with Broly leader, then tap your last one with your 20,000.
This is super rough. Justin has a lot of ways to piece together a W this turn. Like a lot.
Hey Dusty, why do you think the promo Gogeta BR asks for red Goku BR and Vegeta BR, but it's blue? I think because it wants you to play a blue-red like Goku Vegeta BR deck, and it's just a way to balance it.
Yeah. He's putting some power behind this.
Yeah, it is. This is 35K.
Yeah, this is a really powerful attack, really crucial. Taking this is really bad.
Yep. But also using a bunch of cards out of your hand not to take this is really bad. So it's like the double-edged sword for Brennan right now.
Yeah.
PPG DBS Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh, that's the game we were thinking about, the trap card thing. It was Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh.
Again, the fatigue is setting in.
No, we knew it was Yu-Gi-Oh! We're trolling. Yeah, Justin's putting a lot of pressure on Brendan here.
Oh, yeah. I believe that is 25, 35, 40. Again, he's got to know. He's like, he has no cards in drop. This is setting up a Mira. I'm going to die if I take this. Double beam. Still needs 10 more. That's it. That's enough. Right? That should be enough.
I don't think so. The leader is 20, 30.
35, 45 versus 25, 35, 40. That should be it. That should be enough.
I think it's 50 right now, right? It's 20, 30, 40, 50.
There must be an extra card I can't see.
Because he gave it 5K with Fidel.
Ah, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
This whole time I thought trap cards came from Naruto. Nope, it was Solitaire.
Mira. Well, he knew that was coming. Mafuba. Oh, I wish.
Honestly, look at freaking Brendan's hand right now. I think if Justin would have took the Dende play, I actually don't know if he would have lost right here. I mean, if he would be able to defend this.
There's a second Aces Coercion. He doesn't have it. That's rough.
Jeez.
I think based on what Justin searches here, tells quite a lot.
Super combo.
Super combo. Super combo suggests to me, at least as a player, that you are trying to defend your life
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
because you don't have.
But the problem is here is that Brendan can give any of his cards triple attack, and I think he just loses.
Or even the Sun Goku.
That's what I'm saying. You can just get the.
Could you imagine the feature rare Goku is the one that gets the job done?
Jeez.
I've seen some pretty wild things with Shenron leader. Sneak attack Vegeta is probably the one that's the most scary to me.
Right.
Everybody's like, no, Gogeta, no, Vegeta at all costs, no, sneak attack Vegeta. I don't want to lose 3 cards.
Here we go.
Yeah, it's quite the grip. Does he have the? I think he has the Super 17 in the yard. That would be super sweet.
Jeez.
Can't even negate it. So even if you have it. Does have cold bloodlust in his hand. I don't know if you'd actually want to risk it, considering he's probably going to need a negate. We'll risk the bloodlust.
Did you risk it?
Yeah. Which is leaves him with 2 dead cards in his hand.
Dragon Ball players, that is time and overtime. Overtime has expired. If you're attacking, finish that attack. If it's lethal, if not, the game is over.
He's looking to take Porunga, so he can actually get another 20k swing in. It's nuts, right? Brendan's use of Porunga in this matchup is actually really good.
He could also use it if he wanted to kill the blocker as well.
He might kill him with the buff dragon, man. He might just
But the
flex on him.
Kruger can't attack though, right?
But no, but he cold lost it.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, Justin tapped out to bloodlust the Porunga. Oh no! Instead, he opted to use the free wish to get Gogeta and draw 2.
Since his opponent's tapped out, it's in at 1 life. It's probably the better line. You know,
Yeah.
he can't use sparking negates or anything like that. So.
This is a rough. Board.
I would attack with that dragon first, just for the meme. If it was me,
I probably would too.
yeah. Come on, Brendan, be a hero.
Is he might tap out to play Carmella here? Draw an extra card. Does it pay off? Yeah. He was very careful. He was like, "Oh, please be a card I can combo. Please be a card I can combo." Super sweet. All right, come on, meme dragon.
He attacked with Gogeta. Lame.
No, you leave. Oh, he's leaving the meme dragon back. He's like, I'm gonna flex on you if you block this.
The meme dragon.
30, 40, 45, but he is leaving Porunga back. Oh, and Brendan gets it.
Yeah, I guess that-
Justin extends
I still
the
think Justin could have had a line of play there where he goes like, Dende, blow up 1 of your energy. Dende, radiant energy with Broly, blow up 1 of your energy, your active energy.
That's crazy.
And then Brendan would have no energy open, and then he could have went like, attack with leader, knock you at 2, attack you with 8, all in, kill you.